Hello friends, it's Sharon Hankins here from the blog I Restore Stuff, ready for you on Essential Stencils page here for another DIY. Okay, I'm trying to think what I should do first. I think we'll work on our crate. Now, this was just an ordinary crate. I think I got it from IKEA, one of those little beautiful fun rustic crates. And now this, I have pre-stained this. So they just come quite raw, and I've stained it with Fusion's Colour Woodwick, just using a paint wash. So a paint wash, if you haven't seen my lives before, you just mix a little bit of the water-based paint with water to water down the look, and you get this nice, lovely stained look on your wood crates or any wood sign background for that. All right, so with this one, I thought this crate would look cute with one of these signs on the sides of it. We could do both sides if we wanted to. Oh, I've got that round the wrong way. Golden Harvest Co. And this will come in your fall bundle with this set, Golden Harvest Co. It's called, and it comes with the gorgeous corn or the beautiful sunflowers. All right, so on our crate, we're going to put that the other place that would be perfect for this, because look at the shape of the sides of the crate. These would work perfectly on the side of here also. So Golden Harvest Co., that would look cute. I've got the sunflowers that I could still work with on there. You wouldn't get them all in. It would just be kind of like one of those artwork type pieces that would just go, oh yeah, let's just slap it on there and, you know, pretend it kind of worked. Or you could make it out like it was a pattern and, you know, blend it across there. But today I thought I'd add something different. So we'll add something from the mini tags. I saw that the mini tags here had the sunflower and pumpkins, and I thought I could use this sunflower here. You could use the pumpkins also, but I'm going to add this down to the bottom of the crate. So let's get started with that. I'll point the camera down here. Let's see how we go with that. So I'm going to put one of these on the side. Let's go with this one. And because we've got a darker wood, I'll use a light colour, so a white. I've got here our Victorian lace. It's a Fusion Mineral Paint colour. And you can use the same code, I Restore Stuff, at fusionmineralpaint.com and get 10% off paints there too. Okay, so I'm eyeballing this to make sure I've got a roundabout centre. I'm going to have to stand up, folks, because it's a little bit higher than... So I've got my paint on my brush, then I'm offloading it over here on the side with the cardboard, and then I've got a little bit too much on the brush, I can tell already. And if you wanted to, you could just make it quite rustic, and I'm trying to pull it all across and not worry about having too solid a coverage. And there we go, we've got our Golden Harvest Co. on the side of our crate. And so I'm going to, first of all, add my sunflowers with a white on it. Now what I want to do, I could add it like this, and like so, but I thought I'd add them like this, and then I'll use the other one and go the other way. Okay, offloading, and then just quickly going over that, and then I'll add some colour to the top. So I might add some yellow for the sunflower, make a beautiful, pretty little harvest. Very rarely they come out. Oh, look, guys, I've got a little bit too much paint on my brush right here. So it's caused a bit of bleeding under. I don't know if you can see that. If I hold it up close, just a little bit of fuzzy edges there on that one, as compared to this one that's got quite sharp edges, but a little bit less on it. So we just have to be careful not to let that smudge everywhere. And I want to do a bit of yellow on the sunflower. And there's a nice colour called Harvest in Fusion's Alchemy range. I like that yellow. Let's do that for the sunflower. And with this one, with this brush, I've learned to use it just slightly differently, and I'm going to do it with a bit of a pouncing motion. We're going to add brown into there, but before we do that, let's flip it over onto, so now we can see that. Adds just a bit of yellow to our sunflower around the outside. Now, I've got to be careful of that yellow one here. Ideally, yeah, I can see some of it has gone on there. Ideally, we would wipe it off, but I don't want to put too much of a wet cloth. If I had a paper towel here, I would just dab that and get that nice and dry, because we don't want that wet paint going over here. I'm going to use the black onyx colour. I'm not sure if I like that centre. I'm not sure if I like it, friends, in a different colour. So I'm trying this terracotta colour. I feel like I'm just going to end up going back to white. And I'm just going to blend that in a little bit to the yellow. And we'll try blending it more and around to the sunflower, so that it's sort of going out towards the sunflower. And I do think the yellow, I need to increase the yellow on that. There we go. I think that's a lot better. Thoughts? I could add something here, or I could have joined them a little closer together. I'm not quite happy with that look, but you know, sometimes you could just say from a distance, it looks great. And we can use a fun yellow colour, and then just, whoop. It'll be nice and subtle, I think. Okay, let's see. Yeah, not too bad. Now, I had done something else on the back of it with Essential Stencils. I don't remember planting this. And I don't remember what set this came from, so someone's going to ask, and I don't remember. So it was something spring or gardeny from last year. Anyway, I painted the back of the board. As I said earlier, this is a great idea for if you just want to practice some techniques. And it was this one here. It's not quite a mini, it's 8x6 stencils. So I don't know, guys, I'm thinking about which one to use. Welcome autumn. I do like friends and family gather here. I think that's the winner today. Words we'll do in... let's say this woodwick color. We've got cranberry for the red. Now these also come in tiny little tester sizes, so that fit your stencil brushes in them perfectly. So if you don't do a lot of crafting, just get the tester sizes. And all right, so we've got reds, we've got golds, we've got green, conservatory, that's a fun color. Maybe I'll do, and we've got the tan and the brown. So let's try some of the red, say on these maple leaves. So I can see there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but 3 different types of leaves there. You could do some of the same colours. What have they done? Sometimes I love to look at my example down here. They've done 1, 2, about 3 or 4 different colours also in their example on the front page. Let's start with this cranberry colour. Was it me? I don't know. Okay, that's a really kind of cute colour. We could sort of play around with those colours as well. I'll pop that aside. Let's try a green. All right, I've got this little small stencil brush here now, and I'm just pulling in from the sides. We've got that one done. Let's add another one over here, that same shape. And then, what else have we got? Orange. Let's do this beautiful marigold colour. Or is that too bright? We could do this chestnut mare. I think that would be a great colour. To the centre. And then I've got my smoothing out at the Fusion website, and that should still give direct it to my sales. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you all supporting us ambassadors as we stencil for you each week on our lives. And now because I've got this extra space up here, I'm going to just start to fill some of those in. So while I've got this yellow amber colour on my brush, let's add another one of these over here. Could even make it face a different direction. And I'm sort of going to just fill in some of those spaces in between the leaves. So let's have a look and see if I've still got enough on the brush to do that. And I do. And so we've got one here. So it's sort of in between those. And then I'll add another one, maybe I need another one here, here, and here. We'll see how we go. There we go. So we've got a whole, I think that's kind of filled it out nicely. You could add some more up here if we wanted to. It sort of gives a nice little circular feeling, leaving it like that. So there's our crate again. What would you fill the crate with? Maybe pumpkins, sit it on the porch, something like that. I do like the little sign on the side as well. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'll see you next week for another fun live DIY project. Join me and follow me over at iRestoreStuff on all of your social platforms, and YouTube channel, Pinterest, anywhere like that, and iRestoreStuff.com if you want to have a look up some blog posts on some furniture painting and restoration that I love to do. I'll see you all next week, folks. Bye.